Today we're going to be looking at people who need karma. Now if you don't know what karma is, it's basically a force that punishes you whenever you're a crappy person. You're going to see a lot of bad people in this video, and trust me, karma's real, so you're going to get cursed. Piece of crap neighbor abducts pet from its home. Okay, so that's the neighbor, and that's the wee dog. Oh, look at it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so she's stroking it, and I bet you she's going to just pick it up and walk away. Okay, so she's stroking it. It seems pretty happy. When's she gonna abduct it? Is she literally just gonna pick it up? Oh my god, she's doing it. Hello, that's literally illegal. And she just walks away. First of all, that's illegal. Second of all, that's horrible. And third of all, thank God you caught it on camera. At least now if you go to the police, you can actually get her arrested. If she claims she has no idea where the dog is, you have camera evidence, get police involved. What you should actually do is get the police on your side, tell them that you think that she's got the dog. And then it means that if she's like, oh, I never touched it, I don't know where the dog is, you can show them that footage. And then it'll get her in trouble. Did they get the dog back? It's pretty dumb if the neighbor took the dog. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The title says the neighbor stole the dog, which implies they know who it is and where they live. I would assume that's enough information to get the dog back. I mean, I hope they did get the dog back in the end. Like, that's actually awful. I feel like stealing a child and an animal is one of the worst things you could ever do to somebody. Obviously, the child would probably be worse. Yet again, that's their dog. Like, why would you ever nick somebody's dog? Kids in Walmart keep the prank going with police extremely hard watch. I'm gonna assume this is a prank where kids think they're being funny when realistically they're being a pain in the ass.
Shopping like us. What do you mean, what are we trying to do? We're shopping. We just do it differently.
Take the carts down, or I will call the cops and they can come and ask you.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
This is discrimination against vegans.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
That's okay, guys.
Who are you?
Snitch.
Yeah, I'm a snitch.
Well, I'm security. You're fired.
I'm allowed now to say you guys are. Oh yeah? Look, you're a jerk.
You.
Can I grab the cookies?
Let's go. I want.
We need to make a game plan here. What's the game plan?
Walk away.
And we don't look back. We don't look back. Let's slow motion. God damn.
Yeah,
it.
you did mess up big time.
All right, I'm back in my safe spot.
Start walking to the car.
That's where the hard part is. Now, is this it?
Smells like it. Get in the car.
That
Tastes
is.
like it? Sure does taste like it.
Oh, man.
Close the door, sir. No, shut the own damn door.
Damn it. I can't believe we're not accepted.
Sorry.
I don't know what's cringy, the fact that people will actually find that funny or the fact that they think it's funny. Whenever it comes to pranks, I think pranks like farting are funny. I love fart pranks, you know, if they do a fart in public and then get people's reaction. That right there isn't. That's first of all wasting people's time and wasting police time. The police don't need to be there because it's not super serious, but because they've been called, they have to go there. And yet again, they just make themselves look like idiots. Has what counts as a prank changed over the years? Because this is just acting like an immature idiot. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's just not funny. Yet again, if they want to do pranks, do actual funny pranks to your friends and family. Don't go into public, harass customers, harass workers, and then waste police time. It's not funny, it's just embarrassing. My favorite part of these prank videos is when the people filming realize no one is finding any of it funny. They have to keep the joke going and double down on it just because they can't admit defeat. I feel like they think people are going to be laughing with them when in reality they're laughing at them because they look like idiots. Today one of my employees asked for a raise because he will be a father. I instantly fired him in the spot. It's simple. Do you raise capital when your business is failing? Do you expand and hire new employees when you're at a loss? After working for me for so many years, he didn't learn which one is an asset and which one is a liability. If you're earning only 27,000 taka per month, you should at the very least inform your boss and your family planning. I hired you for work, not to provide seed funds for your seed. Your salary is a clear indication of your contribution to society. If it is so low, how can you even think about reproduction? You're simply compounding your failures. All I'm going to say is that that's going to put any future employees off. No one's going to want to work for you. I'm sure many people thank him for showing why no one would ever want to work for him. That's what I'm thinking, but part of me also thinks that's fake. I don't know why I feel like that's rage bait and we've fallen for it. This can't be real, it has to be a satire account. Okay, so a few other people are saying that. I've got a feeling it is fake. Yet again, we always fall for the rage bait. Like, we literally fall for their plan. The whole point of that post was to piss people off, and it works. Piece of crap YouTuber blames 9/11 victims and not listen to God's warnings.
A miracle happened on 9/11? You're gonna wanna watch this. I personally know people who woke up in New Jersey on 9/11 and made plans to go on a tour that day to see the Twin Towers. But when they woke up, they just felt for some reason like they shouldn't go. And it was the Lord warning them. So they decided not to go. And later on that day, they saw the news reports. If they would have not listened to the voice of the Lord that day, they would have died on 9/11. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Caden, why didn't the Lord warn everybody that day? But the Lord did warn everybody that day. It was just a matter of were they listening or not. That's why it's so important to know Jesus as your Lord and your Savior, and know that you are filled with the Holy Spirit. And if He tells you not to do something, don't do it. You might not believe this story, but I'm telling you, it's true. Follow me to see some more videos about the last days.
I'm not going to be following you because you just post rubbish. Yet again, I feel bad for Christians. If you're a Christian, I feel bad for you because of him. Because I feel like people who hate Christians are going to use videos like him and be like, oh my god, look, this is what Christians are like. The sad part is that this is likely some dumbass story that his pastor indoctrinated into him from a young age. His pastor happened to be only 100 miles away in New Jersey that morning and said, how can I make this tragedy about Jesus and more importantly about me? Exactly, like part of me feels bad for him. There's certain videos I see online about people who are part of religions and I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with them? Religion can be very, very good for people if they're going through issues and they want to heal themselves. However, it can also be very, very damaging. There's a few documentaries on Netflix about, you know, religion, and it's terrifying what religion can do to people. There's been people who've murdered their children. There's been people who've started cults and abused children in like the name of Jesus Christ. All I'm gonna say is I hope God tells him never do TikToks again because I won't see his face. Was this kid even alive in 2001? No. Or maybe he was. Maybe he was like a bird. I don't know. Maybe he was a bird that witnessed 9/11 and he reincarnated as a human. A man randomly sprayed kids that were sitting in the street with a pepper spray for no reason in Turkey. Okay, so that's the man on the bicycle and them kids are just chilling. They also look very young. And he stopped in front of them. Why'd he do that? Okay, well that right there is a crime and I hope that he gets punished severely. That was also in Turkey. Like, Turkey ain't like the UK. You're gonna be punished badly, I'm pretty sure. In the UK, if you've done something like that, you get a smack in the bum. In Turkey, you're gonna get put into jail. I hope the kid's father hunted him down and made him drink the rest of it. Exactly. It's like, why do you even do that? It's not like the kids were even doing anything to be pepper sprayed. I mean, no kid would. If he was maybe sat on his bike and the kids came out and tried to shove him off the bike, I could understand why he maybe shoved them. However, they were literally sat there chilling, being good, decent kids. He went up and pepper sprayed them. Threw him in jail. What a piece of ... Exactly. There's one name in my head right now that I want to call him. I'm an a-hole for telling my vegan sister she can't serve only vegan food at our family reunion. Hey all, I'm genuinely torn about this and need some clarity. Every year our family has a reunion where different members host. This year it's my younger sister's turn. She's been a vegan for about 3 years and is quite passionate about it. We all respect her choices and make sure there is a good variety of vegan options whenever we have family gatherings. When she announced she'll be hosting, she also said that the entire menu would be vegan to align with her beliefs and it's a chance for the family to try something difficult. Some family members were excited, but others, including many other older folks, were pretty upset and felt like they were being forced into her lifestyle even just for one meal. I spoke to her privately and asked if she'd be open to including a few non-vegan dishes for those who aren't keen on a full vegan menu. She got quite defensive, saying this was her chance to showcase veganism and that for one meal everyone can give it a go. I respect her beliefs, but I also think that forcing an entire family to adopt her choices, even if it is just for one meal, isn't fair. She's not upset with me for not being supportive and says I'm not respecting her choice. I'm an a-hole. I don't know actually. I would say you're a little bit of a one. You're not like a massive one, but you're not like a huge one. You're just like a little one. Put it this way, if she's hosting a dinner and she's making the food, she can cook it however she wants. If she was a Muslim, would you be able to get away with that? You know, let's say she was a Muslim, she was cooking halal food. Would it be appropriate for you to turn around and be like, yeah, I don't want any halal food, I want normal food? And also keep in mind, it's only for one meal. Honestly, I think you're the a-hole, not in a big way. I get it's not what you usually look forward to or used to with meals, but it's one meal. I grew up with 2 vegetarian friends, and when they had me over, even as a kid, I knew I should not expect or ask for me. You say you respect her beliefs, but want her to go against them for you all in her house. Veganism is based on a strongly held personal belief related to their morals, and in that way is similar to religion. You wouldn't go somewhere a Muslim is hosting and expect them still to serve pork to you because you love to eat it. You're asking her to put aside her belief for your taste. There is still tons of variety and delicious options with vegan food. So much. Be more open-minded, different things for one meal. If you really expect to just completely hate any meal with no animal products, smash a burger beforehand and politely pick up whatever looks best when you're there. That person took my thoughts in my head and put it onto paper. Like, that's basically what I was thinking. Are you a massive one? No. Are you a mini one? Kinda. I like that people are starting to put these cringe prank YouTubers in their place. Something tells me a prankster's about to get slapped. Oh, that's not funny.
It was, bro.
Hey man, that silly man, don't do that. Instagram bullshit. Man, don't do that. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing pranks on people like him because they will break you. And yet again, that prank isn't funny. You know, whenever it comes to funny pranks, fart pranks, they're funny. Going up and pretending to sneeze in someone's neck is not funny, especially after COVID. People raising the internet find out what real life is like. Exactly, like people in real life will literally punch you in the face, don't care about the repercussion. They will slap you. I'm not even kidding, we need laws to specifically address this kind of behavior. Make them subsets of nuisance and harassment laws, where if someone is intentionally engaged in behavior to incite or irritate people in public for personal gain, for that to be a more serious crime, and punishments must be jail jail time. Otherwise, these idiots will make enough money where they won't care about fine. Like that punchable little kid who hired a bodyguard to intimidate people, trying to confront him for being an idiot to them. He needs to be in jail. If people are abusing freedoms to infringe on freedoms of others, they need to be removed from society one way or another. Exactly, and see that third paragraph talking about that little kid who got a bodyguard to punch somebody? I think I put a video of him a few videos ago, basically where like he had a fake security guard to like argue with the police. A lot of these people who do these pranks have massive egos, like dangerous egos. They think they can do stuff like that and get away with it, and realistically they cannot and they will not. You know, they're gonna do it to the wrong person and get really hurt one day.
Am I wrong for this? Anytime I tell this story, no one ever agrees with me, but I swear when I think about it, I'm right.
Okay, so let me get this straight. No one agrees with you whenever you tell this story, and you still think you're in the right.
So when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody, and I joined Bumble and matched with this guy, right? We had been talking, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I got a good vibe. So anyway, I had asked him if he knew any handy people, because I had a lot of like furniture coming into my apartment, and I needed help putting it together. Although I did not know him well enough, I trusted him enough to come to my apartment. Now, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea, but it is what I did. So before he came to my apartment, I had a conversation with him about payment because I didn't want for him to come and I didn't like him and then he felt like he got. So we talked about payment and I told him I'd give him a certain amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture. Well, he put together a bed and a desk. So I don't remember exactly how much we agreed on, but I did say I was going to sell him the money. So when he came over like early this Saturday morning and he ended up like starting right away. He was definitely somebody that I could see myself talking to on the long haul. So it was cool. Like he was we were getting to know each other. We were talking about family. We were talking about life, all this kind of stuff. So around lunchtime, I ordered us something to eat. And as we were eating, we were like really talking, right? It was good. So when he was done, he kind of like chilled for like another couple of hours just to like rest. And we were really vibing and he was like, I would really like to see you again. And I was like, cool. So when he's ready to go, we go outside and he gives me a hug. And then he was like, okay, so I'm going to text you my Zelle information so you can send the payment. And I'm like, okay. So in the moment, I was just a little shocked, but I didn't like let it on. I was just like, okay, just text it to me. So the next day I sent the Zelle payment and I was just like, oh, thank you for coming over. I really appreciate it. And then I didn't say anything else. And he was texting me and I did not respond. And he wasn't used to that because obviously we had been like texting all day long, you know, talking throughout the day. It was good at that time. But then I just decided that the fact of him asking me for money after like we had a good day, and I do understand that we agreed upon it, but I just thought it would be different since we were going to start dating. So finally he asked me like what's up, and I was just like, honestly, I know we decided that I would pay you for that, but I really thought it was tacky that you actually asked me for the money afterwards and you took it. So I did end up cutting it off and we didn't talk again. But when I told my cousin about it, she was like, you guys agreed on it. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. And
exactly.
Honestly, like, if I'm gonna date you and you know you put together some furniture for me, you're gonna charge me? I don't know, like, what do you guys think?
I mean, I would say most people are against you for a good reason. Of course, no one's going to be on your side. You and him agreed on a price and for him being paid, and then whenever he asked for that payment, you have an issue with that. You're one weird woman. Bro, I'm watching the sunset in the background. How long did it take for her to tell that story? Do I know something? That was just a waste of time. That was like 2 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. Basically, to summarize that story, is she agreed to pay for something, then whenever it came to actually paying it, she didn't want to pay for it. Like, what is going on there? Every time I tell the story, no one agrees with me. Yeah, because you are wrong. Exactly, and I bet you that isn't the whole truth. I feel like she's definitely worked it in a way to make her look better when it's done the complete opposite. Come on, this can't be real. Anyone else notice how long this recording took her to make? It went from dawn to dusk in the background just to get everything out in one unedited sentence. I mean, you'd think she'd be able to do that, but of course she has to warp the story to make her seem like the victim. You know, she could never be the perpetrator. Well, anyways, guys, that's really my video there. Hopefully karma figures out a way to curse these people, because a lot of these people need to be cursed. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see me look at more videos like this, let me know if you will. Press the subscribe button. See you all tomorrow for another video.